Hi, Dr. Lowe. This is Ronit doing part two of the AAC project. Um, my client is Karen Morford, who is a 17-year-old young woman. She does have developmental delays. She is severely unintelligible. Everything else seems to be working just fine for her. She does have some fine motor skills issues, but not too bad. It's mainly her unintelligibility and her developmental disability, of course, which puts her at about a 9-year-old. But 9-year-olds are able to construct sentences. So one of the things I took into consideration, actually it was the number one thing, was that she's a 17-year-old girl. That's a teenager. We know that even though she has written skills of a 9-year-old, her receptive skills are very good. So she's going to understand pretty much everything that we say. Also, she's still 17 and she does go to high school. So she's going to observe other 17-year-olds. So that was number one on my list to look at. So one of the things is we don't want her to get embarrassed. So at first I had all these materials in this big bulky folder and I thought, no, that's just not that's going to be embarrassing. Plus it's going to be hard to lug around. So I thought if she had a really pretty binder that looked just like any other high school binder for her communication book while we're waiting for her device, that would be a lot easier. So, whoops, as I'm dropping everything. Okay, so the first thing we have, and I'm noticing that the brightness is not so good. Okay, the first thing we have is in this pocket, in the beginning, is very pertinent emergency information. And basically, it just goes through giving all of Karen's information. So I've written her script about where she lives. I speak English, but it's difficult for people to understand me. I use a special device which can speak clearly for me, but it is being repaired. So please be patient with me while I try to communicate with you. She gives the next of kin, which is Sam, her brother, her older brother, her phone number. She talks about living with her grandmother and grandmother's name. More information on her medication. Karen suffers from severe migraines. She keeps her medication, her prescriptive medication, on her at all times. If she sees one of these migraines coming on, she must take that medicine because this can lead to her not suffering anymore. So she wants to take that medicine. It instructs people, please help me take my medicine immediately. It is in my purse labeled, and we're going to go through that. When we do treatment, Karen's going to tell me what she is actually wanting to label that. She talks about anything that maybe makes her anxious so that people can understand, things that are important to her. So people can actually read this. It goes on, and I know we only have a few minutes to do this, so I'll just go really quickly. It also talks about the foods that she can eat. She doesn't have any allergies, that she does have a slight hearing loss, so maybe, if she looks at you like, I didn't quite get that, you might need to speak a little bit louder. Again, it's in her bio over here. Things she likes, things she doesn't like. So that's going to be just in the front. That's probably not going to be used very much. It'll be used, maybe in case of emergency or if somebody's really interested in reading this. Karen takes the bus, so also in the front. One thing that's very important is her bus schedule. She only takes 2 buses, so they're highlighted here, bus 623, bus 240, so that she knows exactly where she's supposed to be and when, because sometimes she has missed the bus. And that kind of comes to something that I did make for Karen. This is something that Karen can actually keep on her if she's comfortable with it. And it could be decorated, which again, we could do during our treatment plan, because one of the goals I have is to have Karen participate in putting this together. So here we have very simple ones. This is just strictly in case she's going out on her own. I don't know if you could see it. My name is Karen. Here is my address, my phone number. In case of emergency, it has Sam's number. In case she misses the bus, it has Sam's number. He can come pick her up if somebody can help her call. She can answer with a no or a yes. And also, this could be a little social thing also, just to say good morning to someone. Or, can I text you? I thought this was wonderful because all of these kids are texting each other. And it would be really nice for Karen to be able to be a part of that. And to ask her friends maybe at school, can I text you? And especially when she gets her device back, she's going to be able to use the larger keyboard. What's your name? How are you? And goodbye. Just very simple. Again, we can make it into kind of a really pretty bracelet so that it's not embarrassing, but she can have access to it. There's not a lot of them on here. That's why I didn't need to put the tabs on, because it's just strictly for when she goes out on her own and just needs a quick communication. So these are labeled. The first label is communication, because that is actually what it's all about. So the first part, and maybe I'll take these out so I can show you. These are all laminated so that they'll stay in there. You notice that I made sure to have everything color-coded as well. This one is, she can actually show this to people that says, read aloud as I point to the words and letters. So she can use this as a keyboard for people, and they can read aloud. She also has dollar amounts over here if she needed that. She has the time if she needs that, which she's actually working on during her school lessons. She also has some core words, some pronouns, I, me, my, they, them, he, her, just things that she might want to start a sentence with. The next thing in her communications part of the book is we've done like a Fitzgerald key, and that is the color-coded. By this time, Karen is really aware of what she's able to put sentence structures together. But this definitely helps because color coding is such a beautiful thing for most of us, even me. Blue will always be adjectives, green verb, and so on. She's got determiners. You can see this right here. And then right after that part of the book, this is one of my favorites because this communication board is showing the verbs, and again, color-coded. Verbs are green, pronouns are yellow, adjectives are blue, things like that. And it gives some very core words that she'll be able to point to. Hopefully you can see this, Dr. Lowe. And then to add to that, she's got that, but this will also help her with her sentence structure because again, they're color-coded. So people, yellow, which is pronouns, she's got, mom and dad could be, part of the pronoun. Places, home, school, things like that. Again, color-coded. What words would you use to describe things, Karen? Looks like, the size of something, the shape of something. So that would help her as well. Now, Karen has a job sample program where every day she works on a job and they switch different jobs. Every day she works on a job for 2 hours a day. Right now, she is doing laundry assistant at a hospital, but they've decided to change things up a little bit and give them 2 different jobs at the same time, being on different days. So, very important, Karen's schedule. This is something that Karen has a hard time with cognitively, is remembering things as well. Nursery job are Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays from 2 to 4 at this nursery. Her laundry assistant job are Thursdays and Fridays from 2 to 4 at this hospital. So she needs to be looking at this, and I will train her during our intervention, our treatment program, on how to make sure she looks at that every single day. So I mentioned how I really want Karen to be a part of putting this together. So some of the things I left as is. Her laundry job, for instance, gather the clothes, put them inside, laundry detergent, things like this. I want Karen to tell me what's better for you, Karen. if as you're doing these 5 steps during your laundry job, do you want to just check them off daily and then you can wipe them off because this is laminated? Or should we cut these and maybe do a Velcro board so that you can physically pull them off? She does sometimes have problems with fine motor skills, so I thought maybe just we've included different colored pens also, markers, that she can just check things off with. The next thing is school. Okay, now I'm really trying to go fast. Okay, school activities. Here's things just for her teacher. I need a notebook. I need my pen, please. So this is all Velcro. Again, I'll go really fast. This goes here. Now, again, schedules, calendars, very important for all teenagers, actually. So right here, we have a class schedule. Again, Karen and I are going to fill this out together because here are her classes. Once again, I'm going to have Karen, we're going to cut this out and we're going to see what format she wants to put it on her class schedule. So these can be also Velcroed, as well as she's learning days of the month and the months. This, I believe, she should just leave and daily. So if it's February, it'll be circled, February 12th. Then during intervention, I'm going to teach her to wipe that off and then circle the 13th so that she could see how these numbers progress. The other thing Karen is working on is budget. Here's a budget worksheet. It's also color-coded. I don't know if you could see that, but it's all color-coded. It talks about rent. And now this she will be able to use on her device on an Excel spreadsheet. They also talk about money coming in, money going out. So this is an activity for Karen. Some more things that might happen at school. This is under her school tab. Should she wipe the tables, clean the whiteboard, you know, things she can communicate with. And Karen loves food, absolutely loves food. It's her favorite thing, as it is, and this is also labeled food. As it is a lot of teenagers. I want to go to McDonald's. I want to go to Burger King. That's where they meet. That's where they socialize. Socializing for me, doing this communication board was way up there for Karen because of her age. So this isn't a protective shield. This talks about things that she might want to do, like I like to go out to eat. She can give this to one of her friends that is saying, hey, we're going to McDonald's. She could give that to them and also say, yeah, you know, I want to go to McDonald's too. There's also, when she gets home, she lives with her grandmother, she can also say, I went, and then it says down here, to McDonald's or to Burger King, or we had pizza. Again, a social tool, which is so important for a teenager. One of the problems that she has in the morning, she's she's extremely tired in the morning, so very cranky. It's very difficult. She's got a very busy schedule between school and work and taking public transportation. So one of the boards that I made to kind of relieve her grandmother, who she lives with, they get frustrated because they don't understand what she wants for breakfast. Before Karen comes down to the breakfast table, she has to say, I want oatmeal, syrup, and pancakes. And when she comes down, Grandma knows exactly what she wants to eat. Again, I'm going to talk to Karen and see, are there other things that you might like to put on here? Last one is activities. She loves Sudoku. We've got lots of Sudoku. We have got these different ones in laminated so that you can erase them and do them again. She also has some activities with homework, which we've asked the teacher to please give her homework in this particular binder until she gets her device back, which gives alerts. So she can actually do some of her math homework, some of her calculations while she's on the bus. She can play Go Fish while she's with her friends. This is wonderful. I love it. Once again, when I teach her during treatment how to play Go Fish, because I don't think Karen knows how yet, I'm going to show her how to use this. Do you have any? And then we'll figure out what's there. She could say yes or no or Go Fish. We're going to Velcro this together. Loves Teen Magazine. We have the latest issue of Teen Magazine in her binder, of course. Now, let's see. So she's got the activities under activities, which is the last tab. And she's got communication, work, school, foods, and activity. She's got her emergency information. She's got this in case she needs this for a very quick, like she's going out on her own. She's got some money. She's got $5 and in coins in here. These can go right in the book. She also has her calculator because when she's doing her homework, she needs something small enough to fit in this binder, yet big enough for the numbers for her fine motor skills. So we found a perfect calculator for her. Now, when Karen, this is the end, but when Karen goes to her gardening job, this is what I've made for her. On her apron, Karen has all the communication tools that here, let me move this up a little. Sorry, not very good with this whole YouTube thing. She's got all of her communication tools. Again, how do we do it? Velcro. Do they need a watering can? Or if they do, she can give them that information. I don't know how well you're able to see this, but you'll need a shovel, she can tell people. There's another one that says how many seeds, how much. Again, she can just pull everything off. Do you need a lawnmower? If somebody needs a lawnmower, she can hand it to them and say, hey, follow me. So I love this. I mean, I would like to use it. Anyway, I've taken way too much time. So hope I hit all the points for Karen. And very interesting project. Thank you so much.